Welcome back to New Rockstars. I'm Erik Voss, and It Chapter 2 was filled with creepy hidden Pennywise sightings, which I covered in my recent breakdown, go check it out. But the true horror of Pennywise is his ability to hide in plain sight and the everyday cruelty human beings inflict upon each other, at least in small-town Maine. And one of the biggest mysteries from Chapter 2 was the character of Dean, a young Derry resident who gets screamed at by like every adult stranger he meets. And spoiler warning, if you have not seen It Chapter 2 yet, Dean is oddly not at all mourned when violently murdered in the middle of a carnival. What gives? I mean, small town skateboarders aren't everyone's favorite neighbors, I guess. And sure, we are talking Derry here, but at least show us a carny stumbling upon the crime scene. Show nada one. But what if the inconsistencies and coincidences around this kid are actually evidence of a deeper conspiracy? That actually Dean could be yet another sick illusion by Pennywise, designed to drive Bill Denborough insane and paralyze him with fear. You can never underestimate the lengths that evil will go to smokescreen us with puppet children. So let us explore Pennywise's secret agenda in this episode of
Total Conspiracy.
Recently, some Redditors have been speculating a lot about Dean, leading us to re-examine this boy's role throughout the Chapter 2 story. So Dean's first appearance comes in the Chinese restaurant as the adult losers lead Pennywise's horrifying fortune cookie scare. He calls out to Richie, who asks how the kid knew his name.
The fun's just beginning, right?
Well, Grace, be careful. I'm not afraid of you!
Then the tension breaks as the kid clarifies that the fun's just beginning is a line from Richie's stand-up routine. He's a fan. Richie awkwardly offers a picture. Dean's like, I think I'm good. And his parents pull him away. Now, obviously, in the moment, we're meant to doubt this kid's authenticity, proximity to the fortune cookie moment, that frozen smile, the fact that he's a child. But yeah, it's a joke. The kid's got a family. He must be real. But I gotta say, the reaction of the parents just felt a bit tame. Like this adult stranger just screamed profanities at the top of his lungs right in the face of their son while violently grabbing his arm. And all they do is like beckon their son and say, "You okay, Dean?" And then protectively gently pull him away while giving Richie just like a nasty look, like he's merely Arthur Fleck making silly faces for a beat too long. In real life, folks, if someone does that to your kid, you're gonna mama grizzly or like daddy silverback over there and physically shove him off and scream off the attacker. There are protective instincts that will also make you crazy. So if Richie doing this to Dean doesn't arise an equally insane response from these parents, I'm just saying someone should probably call Child Protective Services because that behavior is unsettlingly normalized in that household. But again, this is Derry. No family is safe. Or maybe this kind of armchair psychoanalysis is why I should never be on a jury. But before we move on from this moment, notice Bill's reaction. He averts his eyes because Bill, more than the others, is painfully aware of Pennywise's ability to take the form of a young boy. Bill is just now remembering their childhood battle with this clown, which ended with Bill having to plug his own brother in the forehead to get over his survivor's guilt over Georgie. So keep that in mind as we move on to the second appearance of Dean. Bill returns to the corner of Jackson and Witcham, and he almost gets lured into the sewer by it taking the form of Georgie again. Bill is able to pull away, but Dean, the same kid from the Chinese restaurant, just randomly appears here too. Yeah, okay. And in this moment, Bill transfers his protectionism from Georgie onto Dean. He warns Dean that he has to stay inside, and Dean tells him that he's going to the carnival later. Now, Dean here has a skateboard, and he seems loosely adapted from Stephen King's novel. There's a character of just the skateboard kid who appears only to Bill a few times, and one final time after it is killed to tell Bill that he can feel the evil is destroyed. There's actually a theory that this skateboard kid in the book is a manifestation of the great turtle deity Maturin in King's Macroverse, who watches over us, sometimes from t-shirts. But notice the bottom of Dean's skateboard here. That pattern is an Easter egg snuck in by the crew. It's the exact same design of the carpet pattern of the Overlook Hotel in The Shining, which Stanley Kubrick adapted from another Stephen King novel. That carpet appeared in the scenes Danny rode his big wheel, encountered the Grady twins, and of course the infamous Room 237. The violent imagery that Danny saw in those halls were ghostly illusions designed to warn him and terrify him of the true evil in the hotel, which, depending on how you interpret Kubrick's story, was a metaphor for Jack's insanity and abuse of Danny. Similarly, Dean could be a ghostly projection designed to trigger Bill. Whether or not you believe Dean's family was legit, this second appearance could be Pennywise changing tactics, realizing that Georgie is no longer an incarnation of Bill's fear that works, but a local kid that briefly scared Bill earlier, a kid that Bill now thinks is real, could be the perfect false bait. And that brings us to the third and final Dean appearance, but before I continue, thank you to Manscaped for sponsoring this episode, because most frightening thing about a naked horror demon charging you is the untrimmed bush. Wow! Manscaped.com is the only men's brand dedicated to below-the-waist grooming and hygiene. They created the world's first manscaping kit that makes the process safe and easy. Their Perfect Package 2.0 kit features the Lawnmower 2.0. It's a waterproof manscaping trimmer with a 6,000 RPM motor and skin-safe technology. No nicks, no snags, no more feeling like you're sticking your balls in a dairy sewer and just hoping for the best. Subscribers who purchase the Perfect Package 2.0 get 25% off savings on your order instantly, a replacement blade refill for your trimmer delivered to your door every 3 months to keep things clean, free shipping, and hassle-free returns with a 30-day money-back guarantee. So if your bits get itzed, return that kit. And for a limited time, subscribers also get a free gift, the Shed Travel Bag. As an added bonus for the Peak HYGIENIC plan, you'll also get a free mystery gift every 3 months with your replenishment pack. And if you like a close shave on your face, you will like the first gift. Actually, for all things bladed, let's keep Henry Bowers off the mailing list. Cool. Get 20% off plus free shipping from your Perfect Package 2.0 purchase when you use the promo code Rockstars20 at manscaped.com. Okay, back to Dean's supposed death in the Carnival Funhouse. Clearly, this funhouse is designed to evoke an association with Pennywise. The entrance is through the literal jaws of a clown, and inside, the swinging clowns are replicas of the Tim Curry Pennywise from the 1990 miniseries. Now, Bill is alone as he enters this funhouse. Who knows if this is what it looks like in objective reality, or if this is all a manipulated illusion by Pennywise designed to get inside Bill's head and rattle him. The maze extends this distortion between illusion and reality, the way mazes often do in horror cinema. With Jordan Peele's Us and Stanley Kubrick's The Shining, of course, getting lost in the maze represents an unstable mind getting lost in their own insanity. And when Pennywise eventually does show up, his form appears and disappears with a flickering light. In fact, when he vanishes from one side of the glass, before he reappears in the same section with Dean, the flash in between shows Dean's reflection in the exact spot where Pennywise just was. And then after Dean's blood sprays on the glass, we return to Bill's point of view, and he sees no corpse, no Pennywise, only his own reflection. And then he exits the funhouse defeated, and strangely, there's no disruption or reaction from the other carnival goers. No Dean's parents looking for him, maybe because they're assholes, who knows. But it is clear that this murder of Dean was a show, specifically designed to re-traumatize the audience, in this case, Bill, with another shocking death of a child that he was helpless to save. The goal of this performance? Pennywise wanted this triggering experience to lure Bill back into its lair in a weakened state, unsure of what's real and what is a reality manipulated by Pennywise in order to make Bill and the other losers easier to kill. Perhaps the greatest trick the devil ever pulled was convincing the world that this kid actually did exist. And perhaps Pennywise's most violent moment was a total
conspiracy.
Do you think Dean in the funhouse was real? And what
Total conspiracy.
do you think we should investigate next? Comment down below with your thoughts. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Erik Voss. And to subscribe to New Rockstars for more insane overanalysis. Now, if we could just shake that kid a few more times, just to be sure.